Hi, everybody. Let's continue with the extended for water signs, January 2021. Remember these cards? Okay, we got the yin line, we got the yang line. So let's take a look at what we were calling in the long version the weak links. So the death card in the yin line and the magician in the yang line. What do you say? Okay. What do the cards want us to know? Judgment. Page of Rods, Page of Wands, if you will. Here's a death card again. Okay, well, obviously, two major arcana here. So that's making me feel like the pathway out is through the page. So let's say we talk about this as a partnership and how people can help one another in this partnership or relationship. So, I mean, you know, the King of Wands could be a love interest, of course. Could be a father figure, could be a masculine friend, someone who has a good balanced divine masculine going. And through that, though, through that connection, hit up the page here, the Page of Wands, right? Because you're suspended between death and judgment. We already talked about death. We know what it is. We know what to do to get there and let's see, not sacrifice so much as give up in order to get there. Relinquish, right? Relinquishing the need to control, let's say. And so, but on the other side, there's judgment, but even though that can be the call to a rebirth, it certainly represents a new awareness. It represents coming back into the same scene in your life and everything looks different. You're viewing it from a different perspective totally. So, staying simple with this, the nuts and bolts of the death card here in the yin line is important. It's something that has been lingering, and perhaps it was lingering and you just became aware of it. Perhaps it was lingering and you've known about it. But the time is now, and now's the time to alter the flow. How can you do that? We have the power to do that. It's the only power we have, the power of choice. The nice part here is that there is help being implied. The page is a card of a new pathway, same-o in terms of your MO, but taking a new pathway towards that same MO. The message is clear for the yin line. You got to deal with it. You almost certainly know what it is by now. And you have help. Those three factors, period. You got help. You know what it is. Take care of it. The first step's always the hardest. So let's talk about the magician. From the perspective of it being the weak link for the yang, let's see if the magician has help from water. Devil, something there that an ace of wands, wow. And a 9 of pentacles. Okay, well, we were talking about this being a weak link and how you've been going about coming into your authentic self. And I'd be the first one to agree that you've got a magician quality about your nature as your authentic self. But how have you been going about improving on that? I mean, having it is one thing. Being able to use it effectively is a whole different ballgame. So, there's a possibility that you've been suffering a personal illusion, a personal pulling the wool over your own eyes. You want it, and rightly so. No problem. Be a magician. But how can you possibly be in a magician role for the long game and pull the wool over your own eyes? So if you don't know how you've been doing that, go visit your inner self down in your shadow. Go to your shadow side and find out. I mean, I had somebody tell me once, a counselor, I was talking about my ghosts in the closet. And she said to me, next time you have them want to come out, invite them over to sit next to you and tell you what they want. That's the kind of medicine I'm talking about. Going to your shadow side and ask your shadow side what's going on. You will get answers one way or the other. And I'm not going to say that it's a dance in the park necessarily in the short term, but in the long term, it's a complete resolution to a delightful extent. Okay? Want to be the magician? Do some magic here with your shadow side to begin with. And I would say you don't want to be stuck in the feeling that you're a solo player, that you're isolated. You could be totally content up until now being there, but how about her? How about the Queen of Cups? Have you been in denial about the fact that she's right over there? She being the queen, some aspect of your being or your heart's desire that is all about the love in this cup, the emotional content. So just like the page here was the exit point for problems with this weak side, this weak link, this Ace of Wands is the portal here, the gateway out. And it's so in synchronicity with your Seven of Wands energy that you can have a sympathetic vibration going on that's going to help you walk through that gate. I like it. Okay, I'm going to pull for vice versa cards from the invisible world out here. One for each of the blended energies cards. See, we got the High Priestess wants to be viewed as the Page of Pentacles. The Challenge wants to be, the Sun wants to be viewed as, wow, this is incredible, the Page of Cups. We got 3 pages in a row here, folks. The asset wants to be looked at as the Page of Swords. So we're talking about that as a portal. This Page of Wands. That's the only one that's missing here. The only page here. So, the overlay of the vice versa cards here is saying that this game is all about a new direction. You folks that are involved, you water signs that are involved in any way, shape, or form with this reading up here, in order to squeeze the max out of this energy stream that's coming through this reading, it's going to require a paradigm shift. The way you see things matters. Seeing the High Priestess through the eyes of, you already know what the Page of Pentacles energy looks like. You have a little bit more struggle with the Page of Cups because you're kind of on the outside looking in. That's okay, because look over here. Here's your inside. That by going through this drill here, by going through, coming at the situation, the obstacle, the asset, through the eyes of a paradigm shift into that you're taking old business and you're looking at it in a new way, gets you not looking at it from the outside in. That would be this side. Rather, looking at it from the inside out. So with this Ace of Cups, for this and this being the world with the perfect balance, you get to this perfect balance, the balance of your vision. You could call this whole thing a visualization exercise. But by going through the visualization exercise and working with those things that are inside us, that where a paradigm shift actually takes place, gets you, boom, the paradigm shift of completion, of perfect balance, and the Ace of Cups. Need I say more? I don't think so. So, wow. Start off 2021. It's kind of like the world is your oyster here. Yes, there are some things to look at that will require your efforts. But yes, what a way to start the year, right? And if there was ever a time that was conducive to looking at things in a new way, like this world is experiencing the forced opportunity to look at things in a new way. We're being forced to view things in a new way. This is all in synchronicity with that. Ride the wave. Here it comes, and it's your baby. Thanks for being here. It's been a pleasure. Wish you well. Happy New Year again. Love y'all. Till next time. Bye.